Hi Guy, good night to you. So tonight I'm gonna talk about the game changer. But this time I'm gonna talk about the I Want to Live program. I believe this is a big game changer because I just heard that because of this program I Want to Live, a staggering number of surrendering of the Russian army or soldiers, 50,000 guy. 50,000 is a big number. I remember the American fighting in Vietnam. When their casualty reached 50,000, then they leave Vietnam. So 50,000 is a big number. And when Russians were invading Afghanistan, when the number of casualties of the Russian, I believe it was less than 50,000, then they withdrew from Afghanistan. So this surrendering of 50,000 happened some months ago. So by now should be more than 50,000. So the program had been successful. Why it is successful? Because they say there were these people, soldiers were like being forced to fight in Ukraine with the promise of like paying loan, like giving money and a lot of benefits, because there were also people in difficulties, so desperate for a solution to their money problem. But what they said, they never fulfilled the promise and they got frustrated. So it's the treatment of the Russian soldiers isn't very good compared to Ukraine's soldiers. They were better treated than the Russian soldiers. Like also, there is also attractiveness of this I Want to Live program. The Ukraine promised to give those who surrender 3 meals a day. Of course, when the soldiers go hungry, and they would think about having meals 3 times a day. So, or maybe food is the main attraction for the Russian soldiers to surrender. But then after I heard this surrendering story recently, then I believe that the war in Ukraine will come to an end. They say this year, yes, maybe this year. Well, I can only say maybe this year, and I believe there will be mass surrendering of Russian soldiers soon because of the other game changes. F-16 jets, long-distance missiles like Neptune, and long-range ammunition like Atacms, and their jets, Russian jets, is not as powerful as the Western jets, and it would become more obvious later on. We will see already. I don't know whether it's true or not that F-16 won many dogfight with Russian jets, but I cannot confirm. It can be true, cannot be, or just propaganda. But the truth will come. You cannot hide the truth. So let's hope it is true. Then I believe the war in Ukraine will end this year. But if it's not true, then I cannot guarantee. If the story is true, that now nowadays Ukraine control the sky over the war region, then I believe that the war will end sometime this year. So whoever control the sky would likely win the war, except the war in Afghanistan. Or maybe that is different kind of war, but the war in area where there's no protection from rock, hills, cave, things like that is common. It's common that whoever control the sky would win the war. So how Ukraine control the sky with the arrival of F-16, with the arrival of Mirage 2000, drones. Now the drone produced by Ukraine is better than the one that is produced by the Russian. Even it's better than the Shahid drone. So there's a big improvement of technology of weaponry in Ukraine. Improvement like Neptune missiles, they see baby drones and even anti-tank weapon. They one that locally made. Okay, the range is higher than the one that made from outside Ukraine. So these Ukrainian, put it this way, clever peoples. Yes, they were clever and they are still clever. During Soviet time, most of the missiles were made by the Ukrainian, installed in Ukraine. So, now we can see that how the technology, the Ukrainian master the technology, even improve the technology that were originated from outside. So let's see, guys, whether the war will end this year. Everyone is interested to see the war end as soon as possible. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being with me.